Oh, it's exciting for you.
Okay, wait.
I'm waiting. That's how I talk to Gail whenever she's like being psycho. Wait.
Welcome back to Bad Tofu. This is the first recording of the year. Maybe we should wait a little bit because my dog is eating food. Oh, she stopped.
Oh my god, Bradley, we haven't recorded all year.
It's our first time back this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How's your year been so far, dude?
It's awful.
We really haven't spoke that much, actually,
No, we haven't.
because
We've been taking
You
a break
have.
from each other.
you have new friends who make me sad. No, I've been so busy.
I would rather hang out with you and Michelle, man.
I know. No, I know. And I feel really bad because there were some nights where I was like, okay, as soon as I put to bed, I'm going to hop in chat. And then I would like put the kid to bed.
Amplify
And
his name. future
No,
friend.
don't. I'd put the kid to bed and I would be so exhausted that I would just
Riley,
go
no
to sleep.
crying or else you get the hole again.
Riley, it took 2 days before you were allowed out last time. Please.
Hey, come over here, lay down.
Please.
Lay down. Lay down. Riley.
Riley.
Riley. But yeah, we're doing another Reddit stories. This week's theme is, I guess, true crime.
What if we did the thing and we were like, comment below if you know what the theme is? Something stupid. No, that's
well, no,
not. That's
because
dumb.
then I couldn't put it. It would just be
Right,
Reddit
yeah,
stories
yeah.
in the in the
Yeah,
title.
no, that defeats the purpose of like
Having a
wanting to
theme.
make it easier. Reddit stories, guess the theme.
Every week, it's just always guess.
Every single week,
The same
guess the
name.
theme with like a little emojis. Yeah. But every week there's more explanation points.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. We'll do that. All right. Sorry, I'm not gonna tell you the theme. It's a true crime. It's a soft true because this is Reddit.
I feel like mine are true.
Yeah, I'm still thinking yours is just about a murder of crows. I'm
It's
still
not
thinking
crows.
it's just birds. You're just gonna tell me a story about birds.
It's not gross.
Okay, it's something. It's something stupid.
When you called me earlier and you were like, "Did you find something?" I was like, "Yeah," and you go, "Is it birds?" Fuck.
All right. So I'll go ahead and start off.
Do you wanna? I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you wanna make it so I can watch some Power Wash while we're talking
Oh
about
yeah. There you go.
crime? Thanks.
My nosy ex-wife is the cause for the 2 most gruesome murders in my country's history.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because this case is on Google, with the leaked images of the crime scene, also to protect the little bit of privacy and sanity my family still has, I will change the name of all parties involved. I will also avoid mentioning dates. I, 57 male, have been married to my beautiful wife, 55 female, for 32 years, up until her passing. She was and still is to me the most charming, beautiful, charismatic woman to have ever graced this planet. She was the light of my world and the epitome of a graceful woman. Her only flaw? She was a bit nosy. Throughout our marriage, I would joke to her, sometimes you have to mind your own business. It's cheaper that way. Not realizing that someday it would ultimately end up being a fatal flaw.
I'm already sad.
Remember these names as it will become easier to follow through. My wife, Charlotte.
Paw print.
Neighbor boyfriend, King, 40 years old. Neighbor girlfriend, Nina, 32 years old. King and Nina are a couple. Contractor, male, George, 49 years old. There wasn't anything or any information within our neighborhood that my wife didn't know about. Almost every night after I came home from work, she would have something to tell me. Charlotte was a stay-at-home mom since the day she gave birth to our 3 kids. Next door to us, a new home was being constructed and was nearing completion. King and Nina moved in prior to construction being completed, with some of the workers frequenting the property as time winded down. According to my wife, King and Nina were involved in an extramarital affair, cheating on their spouses with each other, and in the end, they had divorced their spouses to be together.
Oh.
Our island is pretty small, so it is a common thing to know what is happening with who and what the talk of the town is, but I prefer to mind my own business. King worked night shifts, and Nina was also a stay-at-home, which resulted in Charlotte interacting with him a lot. King would always say that my wife was the mother he never had. I mean, so he was like, he's in his 40s, and she was in her early 50s.
Yeah.
Maybe older sister?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Well, you could be close in age with someone and act motherly towards them.
I guess. You're kind of the mother of the group.
Yeah.
My wife grew...
Well, I mean, like, yeah.
You literally are the mother in the group.
I literally am. I'm the only one.
Yeah.
I am the one.
You really are. It's weird.
Yeah. I don't think it's weird. No kid gang.
My wife grew to love King as her own, but she was never too fond of Nina. She would always make comments saying something was off about Nina. I looked past it. I interacted with him occasionally, but nothing substantial. A few months went by and construction was completed on the house next door. They really did a beautiful job. Charlotte would comment to me almost every night that one of the contractors would still frequent the house, even though construction was completed, but only at night when King had left for work.
Uh-oh.
I told her it wasn't my business or hers to worry about. About a month went by and she brought it up again. This time, she asked if she should tell King.
Oh, no.
I told her no. We got into a huge argument about it. She called our kids. They told her no. My daughter in particularly told her, Mom, just leave them alone. The next morning, before I left for work, I specifically told Charlotte to not do anything stupid. What did Charlotte do? Something incredibly stupid.
Oh no, Charlotte. She just was trying to be a good person. But it's not your business, Charlotte.
As humans, we observe things subconsciously, and it isn't until you sit down and piece things together that you notice just how much you observe. I came home from work, and as usual, King's car was gone, which meant he was to work. Later that night, I took the trash out and noticed King's vehicle was back, but this time it was parked behind George's vehicle. I also heard muffled noises, but it wasn't loud because our homes in the neighborhood have hurricane impact resistant windows, which is basically a sealant. Those windows make it hard to hear anything from the inside and outside. I went back inside and jokingly said to my wife, guess he must have found out. She looked at me and said, maybe so. The next morning, neither Nina or King came out to hail my wife, and George's car was still in the driveway.
Oh no.
The night came, and still the same thing. King's car didn't move, and George's car was still blocked in. The next morning, Charlotte told me she would go next door to check on King and Nina. I said okay and left for work. Once again, my wife, being the nosy person she is, knocked on the door and didn't get a reply. She walked around the yard and knocked on the sliding door. She didn't get a reply. My wife called me and asked if she should get a welfare check done. I told her no. Well, see, that's weird. Why would you tell her?
Yeah, that's weird. I would be like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Some hours ago, my wife called me again and asked if she should get a welfare check done because something doesn't feel right. I asked her why does she care so much. That is when she admitted to me that she had texted King while he was at work 2 nights ago. I thought construction was done at your home. Why is the contractor back? He only works at night. It felt like a train had ran over me because I knew right then and there everything I had observed for the last few nights and days were starting to add up. The only thing I could say to my wife was call the police. I sped home. I work about 15 minutes from my home, and I could swear to you I made it back in 3. The police came and taped off our entire street. Nina and George were dead, decapitated, and King slept in bed with Nina's torso. King came out of the house shouting, I killed Nina, and Nina, break my heart. According to the news report and interrogation of King, he said he walked into the house and caught Nina and George having sex and snapped. He took a machete and, in his words, sliced them up into little pieces.
Oh my.
For 2 nights, he slept in bed next to Nina's torso. Our son, who works crime scenes and also worked this case, said that Nina's head was found in the kitchen and her feet in the living room. George's head was stuffed in the toilet, and the rest of his body parts were throughout the house. He was also castrated. The crime scene photos were leaked. No one knows by who, but they were horrific. It showed everything.
Probably your wife.
Laura. King
Sorry, that
wrote-
was rude. I'm sorry.
King wrote on the wall in their blood, "Cheaters must die." On George's
Damn.
stomach, he wrote "Cheater 1," and on Nina's stomach, he wrote "Cheater 2" with markers. My wife caused all of this. The timestamp on our security camera showed that King arrived back home at 8:07, about 11 minutes after my wife sent him that text.
Fuck.
I shouted at my wife something I regret to this day. When I saw the body bags, I pointed at them and shouted to her, "You see what you caused. You are the
Yeah.
reason why they are dead." I hate myself for doing that. My wife went into a deep depression the days after. She wasn't eating, sleeping, talking, bathing. My wife sat in a catatonic state. 8 days after everything, my wife passed away from a heart attack.
Holy fuck.
I live with hate for myself every day for placing the blame on her. The truth is, her actions resulted in the death of 3 people, including herself. My wife couldn't hurt a fly. I just wished she had listened. The family of George and Nina made death threats against my wife, me, and my kids. They also
Holy
blamed us.
Fuck.
Some of the other neighbors were happy to hear of my wife's death.
Oh my
Mentally,
God.
I struggled with the aftermath. I couldn't go to work. It was hard. I've been in therapy for a while now. A part of my assignment is to write my thoughts out, make notes about how I feel and what I was thinking. The only people who know the extent of this story are my kids and therapist. I enjoyed reading Reddit stories, but never in a million years would I imagine I'd be sharing my own. Thanks for letting me vent. Bye for now.
Holy fuck. That was a lot.
Yeah. There's one edit, but it's just saying, I have been reading some comments here. Please understand that I wish this was a fake creative writing story. This is my life and years of pain I have been living with. To you, it may seem fake, and that's okay, but just know I wish it was. I see some of you may have found the story, which is why I tried my best to conceal information, but please do not share with anyone else. That is all I ask. Please.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, if it's real.
Right. Well, okay. I also want to say, like, it might have been the wife's fault that he found out when he did.
Yeah, but it
But
wasn't.
as often as the contractor was at the house, like, there's...
Yeah, it would have happened at some point.
It would have happened.
One thing that kind of gets me, maybe it's just like a language barrier, but he calls like the title, it says my nosy ex-wife. It's not your ex-wife if she died while y'all were married.
Well, yeah.
That's still your wife.
Yeah. It probably is. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right, you ready to? I'm ready to listen to yours about birds.
It's not crows. Wow. Oh god, my hands are sweating after that.
Oh, wait, you already watched this one.
That's okay.
You watched this one.
Okay. Okay. You hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
This post will have quite a docket of crimes. Aiding and abetting drug cartels, robbery, and even espionage. Typical stuff, right? Well, not exactly. There's one detail I haven't mentioned. All of the crimes were committed by birds.
Yeah.
Now dial up your avian law experts and strap in. It's about to get weird and feathery up in this.
That's why I put on this one.
Thank you. The poster is you, a wise man's fear. This is a 2-year-old post, but I do my best.
So I fully called it. We weren't recording, but I totally called it. I said it's birds doing crime.
Okay, so this is the first story. So there's 3 different ones. We don't have to do all 3. They're not very long, but this first one, it's titled "A Lookout Bird Named Lorenzo and Other Parrots." Back in 2010 in Colombia, a lovely parrot named Lorenzo was arrested. Lorenzo worked for a cartel at the time, and he did his job well. Whenever he'd spot nearby police, the parrot would shout, "Run, run! The cat is gonna get you!" In Spanish, of course. But the cops eventually figured out how to sneak into the compound without being detected. Turns out, bird alerts aren't the best defense. Now, not only was Lorenzo guarding a cache of guns and pot, but there was another surprise awaiting the police during the search. Thousands of parrots. Lorenzo had done his job so well that the cartel was in the midst of training a whole army to parrot him.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
There's a similar arrest in Brazil. Apparently, lookout birds are a thing for drug pushers. The Brazilian parrot would shout, "Mama, police," in Portuguese, of course, when police would walk by the small home of two crack dealers. This one didn't work out either. The police eventually got past the bird and arrested the offenders.
How is the bird?
I do have to say, what?
How are they not able to pass by the bird?
Well, no. So the bird will shout like and notify the
so
people
they can
in the
escape?
building so that they can like slippity doo dah.
Then why didn't they just take the bird?
Maybe he was perched up high. It's not like I doubt he was sitting like by the front door. You know what I mean? Like this bird was probably just hanging out around the house
Gotcha.
or around the building or whatever.
Did they say how they got around the bird?
No, it just says that they did. I can look into it, but
what if it's not good?
no. Oh,
What if
and I don't want to look into it.
What if they
I don't wanna
sniped
know.
it?
No. Why would you say that to me?
Because I wanted to upset you.
What bird? This one's cute. I actually saw the picture. I can send it to you. Attach it if you want. I don't know how that works with the YouTube, but a parakeet was arrested in the Netherlands, whose identity was protected. Fear not, dear reader. Bird arrests are not limited to Colombia and Brazil. The Dutch do it. I can't help but hear Cole Porter now. I don't know what that is. I don't know that reference at all. In the Netherlands in 2019, the police were called to investigate a shoplifting suspect. The suspect had a
Cole
Cole?
Porter?
Yeah.
He was an American composer and songwriter. I'm gonna look up bird. Oh, he sings the "Birds Do It, Bees Do It."
Oh.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Shoplifting. This suspect had a feathered friend on his shoulder. Naturally, they decided to arrest both the man and the parakeet. Wild move, but it gets odder. The police even posted a photo on social media with the caption, "We recently arrested a suspect for shoplifting. During the arrest, we found a sneaky witness with feathers and a beak on the suspect's shoulder." In the photo, they added a black bar to protect the bird's identity. The bird was provided bread and water. It was literally a bird in a prison cell with like a piece of bread next to it, and they put a black bar over its eyes.
That's hilarious.
Okay, and obviously this one's gonna be my favorite. Well, we've hit drug cartels and shoplifting, which means it's time for avian espionage. Where, you ask? The Indian-Pakistan border. In 2016, the Indian police found a pigeon with a note attached to its leg. The bird was discovered in the northern state of Punjab by the Border Security Force of India. According to them, the note, in Urdu, attached the pigeon's leg, threatened Prime Minister I'm so bad at, sorry, Narendra Modi, who was elected in 2014. I'm so sorry. I'm an uncultured swine. The BSF also claimed that the note was signed by the Pakistan-based military group. Naturally, as is apparently normal all over the world, the BSF arrested the little guy. So many birds arrests. Something tells me none of them said much. There have been other instances of similar message-carrying pigeons along the border in 2014 and 2016 as well. Oh no. Also, I didn't read this part. Also, the BSF found a dead falcon with a camera attached to it. So who knows?
No.
That's so sad. I'm sorry. Didn't know that. So the author's name is Andy, and he included a link to his like website. It's mysterynibbles.substack.com, and I would also like to put that on our
Send the link, pictures, stuff like that to me, and I'll put it in the description.
Because I just thank you, Andy, thank you so much.
Is that all the stories?
That was it. Those were I do love. I just
So yeah, I mean you did the assignment.
I did. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. You did.
I was really tempted to not, but you know, we got there.
Yeah, so that was first episode of
2024,
2024.
bitches.
I don't know if it'll be the first one that goes up though. We'll see.
That's fine. It's the first one we're recording, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh my god. You're welcome. Jesus fuck. God damn.
That's not good.